Hello, welcome to video 1F. It's time for parallel and perpendicular lines. And we're going to make good use of our slope-intercept form to solve these problems. First, just a little review here about parallel and perpendicular lines. There's some facts about their slopes. For parallel lines, their slopes are equal. So if you have two parallel lines and you draw the slope triangles, like here, for both triangles, you'll find that their slopes are the same. Here the run is 2 and the rise is 3. Same thing here, run 2, rise 3. Both of them have m equal to 3 halves. So if lines are equal, their slopes are, if lines are parallel, their slopes are equal. They kind of have the same direction. Okay, but perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. So that's two things. Their slopes are opposite, so one would be positive, the other one would be negative. And they're reciprocals of each other. So let's take a look at the example right here. So this first line is actually the same one as that one. The slope is 3 halves we already found. So over 2 up 3. And so for this one, m equals 3 halves. This one, to find the slope, we go down 2 and we go over 3. So the rise is negative 2. The run is positive 3, and we get m is negative 2/3. So here's an example of opposite reciprocals. If you look at the fractions 3 halves and negative 2/3, they're opposites. This one's positive, this one's negative, and they're reciprocals of each other. This one is 3 halves, this one is 2/3. So opposite reciprocal slopes for perpendicular lines. Okay, I know you've heard that before. So here's the typical kind of problem. We're going to write an equation for a line that goes through a given point, in this case 3, negative 2, and parallel to this line. Well, if it's parallel, we know that it has to have the same slope. So this line has slope 1/3, so the slope for our line has slope 1/3 also, because it's parallel to this. And we want to go through the point 3, negative 2. So we're going to use slope or point slope form. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So if we just put in the information, y1 is the y-coordinate of the given point, so it's y minus the negative 2, and 1/3 m x minus x1, which is 3, the x-coordinate of the given point. Okay, we can simplify this. This is y plus 2 equals 1/3 x. 1/3 times negative 3 is minus 1. Subtract 3 from both sides. We got y equals 1/3 x minus 3. So there we have it. They asked for slope-intercept form, and you got it. So notice our line has slope 1/3, so does their line, because they're parallel. They have different y-intercepts, though. All right, here's another example of the same thing. So let's kind of go through this. This is parallel lines. So that's the given point. That's the slope we're going to need. So let's just do it. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus a negative 5 equals 7/4 times x minus a negative 4. We can write this as y plus 5. X minus the negative 4 is the same as x plus 4. Then we can distribute the 7/4 and solve for y. 7/4 times 4 is 7. So we get y equals 7/4 x plus 7 minus 5 would be plus 2. There we go. Okay, so that's parallel lines. Now, let's switch and do the same thing for perpendicular. We want, in this case, a line that passes through the point 5, negative 3, and is perpendicular to this line. That means it has to have an opposite reciprocal slope. So we got to find the opposite reciprocal of 5/8. Well, this is positive, so ours is going to be negative. This is 5/8, so the reciprocal is going to be 8/5. Okay? So now we write the equation. Y minus y1. Y minus the negative 3 is the same as plus 3 equals our slope times x minus x1, which would be 5. Okay, so y plus 3 is negative 8/5 x, that's going to be plus 8. And subtract 3 from both sides, we got y equals negative 8/5 x plus 5. So notice this has slope 5/8. This has slope negative 8/5. They're opposite reciprocals. These two lines are perpendicular. Okay, let's try another one. See what comes up here. So this time the slope is 4 of the given line, and we want a perpendicular line. So the opposite reciprocal of 4, well, what is that? Well, 4 is equal to 4 over 1. We can think of that as a fraction that way. So the opposite reciprocal of 4 would be negative 1/4. Here we go. We're going to have y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, I'll simplify real quick. Equals negative 1/4 x plus 1. We add 4 on both sides, we get negative 1/4 x plus 5. Voila. Okay, one last example. Okay, so same kind of problem. And you can see how point slope form is kind of nice, because this is what we have. We have a point, and we get the slope from here. So the slope for our line, since it's perpendicular, it's going to be the opposite reciprocal of this. So it's going to be positive. The reciprocal of 5/3 is 3/5. All right, here we go. Y minus y1, which is 0, equals m, 3/5, times, oh, that's really sloppy, 5. 3/5 times x minus 5. So that's just y equals 3/5 x minus 3. Because 3/5 times 5 is 3. Oh, we're done. There's nothing else to do. Okay, beautiful. Now, that was my turn. I had fun. Time for you to have fun. So there are two problems here. The first one, write the slope-intercept form of the equation of the line described. So through this point, parallel to this line. So they have to have the same slope. Then the second problem is perpendicular. So on the second problem here, we want a line that goes through 1, negative 2, perpendicular to this line. So it has to have an opposite reciprocal slope. All right, I promised you a short video. It was. Take care.